Admit it, I really fancied the AQA exam style question on page 265. So here it is. It's making the assess video sort of super long, but I think these are really good for you. Let's go to yellow and start doing some teaching now. Right, it's got here, the diagram shows a garden in the shape of a rectangle measuring 10 meters by 8 meters. There, I've drawn it, 10 by 8. The two sides of the garden, on two sides of the garden, sorry, there is a path X meters wide, so it's wide X meters across there and X meters across there. You can walk along there and sort of look at the grass, if you're not allowed to walk the grass, that is. The remaining area is covered by grass, so I've labelled it grass as well. Right, the area covered by the grass is 3/5 of the area of the garden. So let's just write that in. I think I'll do it in blue. So this part is going to be 3/5 of, well, 8 times 10 is 80. So let's just establish that quickly. 3/16 of 48 meters squared. Yeah, 5's into 80 goes 16, 3/16. Right, so I think that's alright. Okay, 48. So the area of the grass is 48 meters squared, so I've worked that out. And it says show that x satisfies the equation x squared minus 18x plus 32 equals 0. In other words, from the information I've got to generate an equation that goes x squared minus 18x plus 32 equals 0, and it's all about the grass. Okay, so if it's 8 from there to there, and this little part is x wide, then the width of the grass area must be 8 minus x from there to there. You with me? And likewise, the length of the grass area will be 10 meters minus the length of this little part here, which is also x wide, because it's part of the same path. So this is going to be 10 minus x, and that will of course be in meters. Alright? And I know that multiplying this length by this length will give me an answer of 48. So straight away I can create an equation as follows. Back to yellow. Right then, so 8 minus x, width, multiplied by 10 minus x, the length, should come to 48. Multiplying out, I've got 80 minus 8x minus 10x plus x squared, all comes to 48. Just tidy it up a little bit. 80 minus 18x's plus x squared equals 48. Oh, it's going to be glitchy. Quickly. Is 48. Tidy this up a little bit more. Get the x squared there first. X squared minus 18x's plus 80 at the end. Now subtract the 48. Again, we're trying to prove that this works. So don't miss out any steps. Equals 0, because I brought this over to this side on the left. Taking it further, x squared minus 18x's, and 80 take away 48 is positive 32. Therefore I've proved it. I've not gone from here straight to here. No, I need to show I'm subtracting 48, because after all I've got to try and prove that this is true. If I don't get there, it means I've made a mistake. If I get there in just 1 or 2 steps, it means I'm cheating and I won't get any marks. So again, I've shown it very clearly. I've labelled my diagram with the dimensions of the length and the width of the grassy area. You know, I'm going to get my full marks. Part B, hence, in other words, using the equation you just generated, hence or otherwise find the width of the path. In other words, solve for x. Hopefully this will factorise nicely. If not, then I'll have to try something else. Again, one of these values will be a silly value, or I might get 2 positive values, I don't know. So x and x. How do you make 32? 32 is 2 16s, and 2 and 16 makes 18. So I'm quite happy with going 2 and 16. I need a double negative. When I multiply minus 2 and minus 16, I will get plus 32. I will also get minus 18x's. Quick check. X times x is x squared. X times minus 16 is minus 16x's. Minus 2 times x is another minus 2x's, hence the minus 18x. And like I said initially, minus 2 times minus 16 is positive 32. Therefore I've got 2 solutions. I've got x minus 2 is 0, therefore x is 2 meters, And the other solution is x minus 16 equals 0, and x equals 16 meters, which is crazy for the simple reason that the whole length of the garden is 10 meters, so the path itself cannot be 16 meters. So next to that I'll write down the word ignore for obvious reasons, and therefore the path width is 2 meters. Let me just spell it out. And I'm very happy with that solution. Let's just check the answer because I've messed it up. What question was that? This is question 2. Yeah, 2 meters or 16. As the width of the... Let me just read it from here anyway. I mean, it's what I got here. There's two solutions, x equals 16 or x equals 2. As the width of the grass is 8 minus x and x equals 16, cannot be correct therefore. So the width of the path must be 2 meters. Well, I went through a different route. I said the length of the garden is 10 meters, and therefore x cannot be 16 because it is less than 10 meters. So I've given my reason therefore. Let's just spell that out again. Length of garden equals 10 meters, therefore the path cannot be 16 meters. Alright, so I've justified that, just in case there's a mark available for why you're not choosing that particular route or answer. So there we go, x equals 2 is a lovely little question. It was only a grade B quadratic. There's no fancy numbers in front of the x squared. It's dead easy. And please note that for these tricky questions, what they do in the exams, and they've always done this, is if you can't get the quadratic, they give you it to aim for, so at least you can go from here down to here and just factorise the one they've given you, see? It's a straightforward grade B quadratic to factorise, so if you can't get it, you lose most of your marks, but at least you get something for the part B, the solving thereof, and getting the answer of 2 meters for path width. Alright, so that's it. Right, chapter 17 is over, thankfully. I mean, I love quadratics, don't get me wrong, I just hate the graphs, they take ages. And that's it, 17 done. I'm now going to prep 18. Your job is to study and to pass in a very big way.